What's going on, guys? So this is a basic video where we're going to be talking about, it's your first pistol, what should I get? So when it comes to pistols, they come in different sizes. Size does matter.
What did he say?
So we have all the way here from these larger full-size pistols getting down to compact, then we have subcompact, micro, then micro compact. There's a lot of, it gets confusing for a lot of people. I like to keep it simple. So a full-size pistol, they're big guns. This is the Canik TTI Combat. Everything is safe and clear. Very large. I wouldn't really want to conceal carry that, but something a lot more small, the Glock 48. So when it comes to the size of pistols, it does change something. So size does matter, and the big ones hurt. So when it comes, I wouldn't really want to carry something like a full-size Springfield Echelon or the TTI Combat, but maybe I want something that's a little bit more motion in the ocean for me and not such a big boat. So the Glock 48 for me, when it comes to size of concealed carrying, is better. But then if it's like, oh, that pistol's not for that, this is gonna stay in the house, or this is gonna be a duty pistol, I would stay over here. When it comes to, that's the problem. It gets really confusing when we talk about what we want in a pistol. That's why you need to narrow down that selection and ask yourself a few big questions. I think one of the biggest ones is, what's this pistol for? What's this gun for in general? Why am I getting it? And then that narrows it down a little bit. Then now you have the reason why you want it. We'll cut it down and then make an example of, this is for concealed carry. Okay, in concealed carry, what do I want from it? Now we talk about capacity of pistols. So some pistols have ports, some have compensators, some you can add a compensator like this Ram Jet. So that kind of capacity / capability is, magazine size, how much aftermarket support it is. So I'm gonna narrow it down for what we said. So we started off with, okay, I want a concealed carry pistol. I want it customizable with at least 12 rounds. So now we've already knocked off these two guys and these guys. So now we're in the middle with these guys. So it makes it a lot easier. And now we're saying, okay, I can carry these. Now what looks better or what's more reliable? So then we go on, reviews of these pistols. I have reviewed these two specifically and this one for thousands of rounds. And after everything, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go with this one. But when it's your first pistol, kind of hard to do that. That's why I recommend talking to people that own your gun. You can go on Reddit or just YouTube reviews of it, but also go to the range and try it out. So you can go to the range and you can rent a lot of these firearms. So I highly recommend that. And if you don't have that option, at least go and feel it out, because you don't want to buy something, carry it, and hate it. That sucks. No one wants to waste money like that. These things aren't cheap. They're not toys. So I think before you go out and buy one, ask yourself those questions. So in our made up scenario right now, it's okay, I want to conceal it. I want it to have at least 12 rounds and have a lot aftermarket support. So we're already taking out this because these two are only 10 rounders. These are big as hell. And then the other thing is, I want something that, let's say, I can carry it in shorts. So a lot of people would prefer something of less barrel length, especially when you're wearing shorts. So if I didn't have the compensator on this 365 XL, because that would break it down to here, I would 100% go with something like this. And that just answered our question. So we had, I counted for a second, 6 pistols on this table, and I narrowed it down to 1. And say, okay, I'm gonna use this one for the purposes that we spoke about. So that's the cool thing about pistols, that there's so much out there, and there's so much resources and information that you can really help you find out which one is perfect for you. But yeah, guys, so this is a general introduction to handguns. If you guys have more questions that are more specific, we can make videos, I can help you find resources. We can do a lot of different stuff This is I'm getting a lot more into making these full-length videos. I can finally make a background. Still a little poor right now. Still got this little dinner table chair and this old little table I got on Facebook Marketplace. So humble beginnings, am I right, guys? But yeah, I have everything. This is a quick introduction to your first handgun, and my final statement, I would say, if you have no idea what to get, I would say stay somewhere in the middle, man. Get a compact. There's like, you know, Glock 19s, P365s. You can't really go wrong with getting a lot of those basic compact, reliable, and proven handguns. But if there's any more questions, please put them down in the comments. Any ways I can improve these videos, please let me know. You guys take care. This is Tex Mex, and this was an introduction to handguns.